Today, we're taking a look at this right here. It is Taja. It's basically helping your YouTube channel get better, get stronger, get faster. All the AI ability that you can have. So basically, it's going to give you suggestions and what we're going to do to your channel. I'm going to take a look. We're going to actually update one of my videos I did the other day and set it up for success using AI. And we'll show you the pros and cons, and we'll show you everything about how Taja AI works as best of my ability. And then, of course, if it's something that you should be paying for, because it does cost money. And we're going to do that next on Geekazine. What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine, Think Magazine, put into geek. This is called Taja AI. What this is a website that allows you to optimize your YouTube. In fact, I've been using it a couple months now. Now, this is not a free website. This is you can use it. I believe there is a free trial, but it is $29.99 a month. I've been optimizing several different videos, not only for my channel, but also some other videos on some of the other channels that I work with. It'll give me ideas on how to improve what I end up typing, because that can happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this whole thing and show you. And of course, I'm going to optimize that video, like I said, and show you what you have. So basically what this does is this allows you to optimize your videos. It gives you not only suggestions for titles, not only suggestions for descriptions, but also possible shorts, also possible thumbnails. This right here is the video that I'm going to be doing, but I have been doing a lot of other videos. Notice a lot of the missing emoji or any type of description. And keep in mind, if you really want somebody to find your videos, especially if they're going through different pages and looking at other videos being suggested, then one of the points is to actually improve on what text is there so it can index it properly, so it can give you the place in your videos where your video will rank. So the more text that you have inside your YouTube video, the better. And what better way to do it than have AI type this all out? And you can even have them expand it. So if you want to say subscribe now and never miss an update, and say expand that through AI, it'll give you a whole paragraph if you need to. So keep that in mind. You've got 5,000 characters, and you'll see the number down here. Right now, I've got 2,437 characters. You don't want to fill it all up, but you definitely want to have some meat on this bone easily. And right now, I've got about 1,000 characters that basically tell you to subscribe and check out the merch and all that other stuff. Speaking of merch, I made this 3 days ago. I then ordered it and it showed up yesterday. So this is one of the new shirts on the merch store. It's called Today I Am AI. So you can check that out on the links below or at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. There's a merch area right there. And I've got several different merch shirts, including the I Am AI, the Geek AI, and a few others for Geekazine. Supports the channel. Thank you guys very much. All right. Getting back in here. So we have our video. It's all ready. The first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the visibility is either public or unlisted. Now, if you just uploaded the video and you're getting everything ready, you want to set that to unlisted. Now, some people, and I've even heard this, that unlisted means that it's already been published, and so you might not get the same amount of views that you would if you went from private to public. That may be true, that may not be true. The one thing that I do suggest is, if you're really concerned about it, upload the video, set it to unlisted, do what Taja needs to do, and then bring it back, upload it again, now with all the information you have, delete the original one, and then publish the one fresh. And of course, that will help you out there. But you should be able to go from unlisted to public, or unlisted to premiere or scheduled or whatever. So keep that in mind, whatever you choose to do. So, all right. So now that I said that little disclaimer, I do have one more disclaimer. I am purchasing Taja. I do have an affiliate code. I am purchasing Taja, but All opinions are my own. You can check out all my information over at geekazine.com/review, where we talk about all our policies and procedures. And if you want me to review something, all you have to do is contact me there. All right, let's go over here. Okay, perfect. So we saw this. Let's go ahead and go over to Taja here. So Taja, so they may say Taha or Taja. I call it Taja.ai. So basically what it is like I said, you have your ability this is the dashboard to create your YouTube video. You can you can create a backlog boost. And of course, there's the affiliate right there. So we're going to do a video. Now, this is what you see when you have nothing in here. You basically copy your video over here, you add context, and then you add filters. I already did that part over here. So here's the video. I added context, OBSBot live streaming app, software switcher. Those are the three things that definitely need to be in this video. And I set for filters, I set tone of clickability and controversial. You can set the tone to do a lot more: uplifting, professional, minimalistic. Those are some of the filters that you have right there. When you hit optimize, all this starts to come into play. Now, this is the advanced optimize. You can also go simple, but I like to keep things as advanced as possible, see everything. So the first thing it does is it has a transcript. Now, one thing to keep in mind, when you upload the video, it needs a little bit of time to process. Once it's processed, once it has the transcript, that's the key right there. Taja then pulls the transcript from there. So you're seeing all the text. Now, this was a live video, so accuracy is, I'd say, about 90 to 95%. So as you can see, it's like, hello, Jolene, welcome to the show. We have an audio confirmation. That was my audio confirmation for the live. So there we go. That's me, Geekazine.com. Anyway, so you get the idea. Geekazine.com. I love the fact that it understood Geekazine right there. And so it does, like it says, it does a great job in transcription, but there's always going to be, that 5 to 10% that just doesn't transfer over. Simple as that. All right. When we're done, we've got that going. You normally skip this part. And then next thing we do is we go down here and we take a look at the titles. Now, this is the title optimization. So some of the options are OBSBot Live Review, Game Changer or Overhyped. Is OBSBot Live the best streaming tool for you? Why OBSBot might be your next streaming must-have. OBSBot Live App, the ultimate streaming hack. Avoid this live streaming blunder with OBSBot. And it's giving you the viral score, which you can select from here. The thumbnail that you see underneath that is a thumbnail I actually created for the live event. And I might switch this out. I might do that ABC testing that YouTube put into play. But for right now, this is the thumbnail that I have. So then we go down to the title, whatever title you choose from there. And it's showing you the title with the thumbnail. And notice how the thumbnail, I don't say OBSBot Live anywhere. I just say switch from your phone. And they say that that's a good practice to do. So anyway, we got the title. I decided to go with the title that I had, and that was OBSBot Live First Look, Camera Switcher App for OBSBot Tail Air. Simple, straight to the point. Now we can then copy that and then put that into our video, or we hit continue. And what happens with continue is it takes your title, it takes the text, and then it creates the description. If you change the title and you hit continue, it will re-optimize this and add whatever you have there. So right now, this is the description, and we're just going to go through it. As you can see, not only does it have the description, but it also has the chapters. Now, the chapters on Taja, I'd say, once again, 90 to 95% accurate. There was a couple times where they had the numbers out of place. I think they fixed that. But I would definitely go through, well, I'm going to go through all of this, and I'm going to go through the chapters to make sure that it's actually something that I would want to see on the video. Next thing we have is tags, and we can copy tags and paste them over in our tag area, Or Taja does have the ability to move it all over at once. I don't normally use that ability because, once again, 95%. So if it makes a mistake, it says something wrong, I have a chance to really fix it. So I like to copy things over and then selectively change everything. So we can re-optimize tags at any time. We can add a tag that will help with the re-optimization. So it's saying AI video tracking, streaming, hardware review, video capture, live text. Those are some of the main ones. The big ones that you'll want to have are what you have for your title. So the title, once again, was ObsBot Live First Look. So that really should be your first title. So once again, I like to culture the tags, and it's nice to have these ideas of what we're going to be talking about that I can use. You have, 500 characters for tags. So keep that in mind. So copy them all over, take out what doesn't really work, and then go from there. All right. So that's the basic stuff. We're going to look at the description here because this is what I want to bring in. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole thing. So there's a copy option right there. I'm going to come in here. And there's stuff that I definitely want to keep because I do have affiliate links in here. Now we're going to get down to where Taja is. So it says, get ready to revolutionize your live streaming game with ObsBot Live. Live streaming game. Yeah, no, I suppose that works. In this first look at the ObsBot Live camera switcher app, doesn't seem to be the right word. In this first look of the ObsBot Live camera switcher app for ObsBot Taja AI, we dive into the features and functionalities that make this app a game changer for content creators and streamers. Not a bad paragraph. Fairly good. What we cover: stopped by. Now, this is one of the first little quirks that I've found off of this. The word stopped by, it's a nice word, but I didn't stop by anything. So I'm not exactly sure why that's in there. Now, one thing that I have found out is that it will take information not only from the video, but also from the channel and other videos. Now, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to straight up copy and paste it all in and update it from there, because you really do need to check this out. So I would probably take this out and we'll say, what is ObsBot Live? Like that. ObsBot Taja AI's. It's not an AI tool. Taja AI is an AI tracking tool and seamless integration. We'll just say camera switcher and seamless integration. We checked out the live streaming capabilities with multiple camera setups, and we decided, and we had deep dive into the app's compatibility with iOS. Now, if you ever use ChatGPT or anything like that, if you could get the text from the video, you can put that in and say, hey, create a description for that. If it messes up on ObsBot and calls it Oscar, you could actually go back into ChatGPT and say, replace the word Oscar with ObsBot. Do this instead of this. There's no way for Taja at this moment to do that. And that would be a nice little feature to have. Technically, there is a level of that does that. And that's basically through here where you're adding context. So it's not going to think Oscar, it's going to think ObsBot. Once again, there might be some mistakes in this text. So you have to keep that in mind when you are doing any type of cut and paste. There might be something that's very errant and you don't want that in your video. So anyway, we changed that to deep dive into the app's ability. The other thing, reason I said that was because you can, a lot of times you can say, hey, do it in the style of this writer or this or whatnot, and then it would rewrite it for that idea. And so you don't have that option to do that in Taja just yet. So anyway, deep dive into the app's compatibility with iOS, Android, and even Amazon Fire tablets, which is true because I did connect up an Amazon Fire tablet to see if it worked. Why you need ObsBot Live. That's a great little attention grabber. Software switcher, easily switch between multiple ObsBot Taja cameras. That's true. AI tracking. Automatic face and object tracking, that is true as well. Portable setup, perfect for backpack streamers, which is what I call these types of cameras, backpack streaming cameras. Do need to capture high quality content on the go, and multi-platform support. Works with iPhone, Android, and Amazon tablets. All true. I'm good with that. Gear used. OBSBot Tail Air camera, iPhone 12, Asus Zenfone 7, Amazon Fire tablet. Perfect. That's exactly what I used. Next here. This is what I normally take out because I already have this down here in my subscribe, but up here it says subscribe here. It's a nice little paragraph. And it says and then it gives you a question action, which is a good thing. In this case, it says, have you tried OBSBot Live? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Take out all that stuff, because this is all taking from the text in my video, the transcription. Now, this is where things get a little bit wonky, and it really depends on what type of channel you have. If you have a channel that's talking about nothing about but OBSBot Live or OBSBot cameras, then this will probably be fairly accurate for you. I'm a very general YouTube channel, which means today I'm talking about AI. Yesterday I was talking about the OBSBot Tail Air. Tomorrow I might be talking about this OWC Dual Elite, or this mouse, or anything like that. What it does is it looks at some of the previous videos and then creates some hashtags for you. Now, what are hashtags, you might ask? They are kind of like tags, but they're not. They're meant in the description. And of course, just like with social media, you have hashtags. So YouTube implemented this hashtag idea. Now, keep in mind, if you do a lot of hashtags in a video, you can get dinged on the video to the point where nobody will see it. So in this case, it's giving me a whole bunch of hashtags. And normally at one point, when I'm done with all this editing, I will do a find, and I'll just basically, I don't know if you can see that. I'll do a find, and I'll basically just put in the # for the find. And it will tell me up on top, I have 34 hashtags right now in this description. And in fact, you can kind of see all the hashtags here as I scroll down. So lots of hashtags. So I have to pare this down under 15. I try to do 10, maybe 12 at the most. So at this point, we're going to take a look at some of these hashtags. Now, first hashtag says NAB 2024. I wasn't there for that. I did video from NAB 2024, which is great, but has nothing to do with me. Next thing is VidiPros. I have no idea how VidiPros is. Maybe it was a company that I interviewed. It just keeps showing up. Next one's editor, very generic hashtag. Then we have PTZ camera, conference camera, ChatGPT 4.0. Of course, like I said, I talked about AI stuff, so we see a lot of AI here. Blog writing, that's another video. Live streaming, yes, that is true. And for the most part, what I do is I take out almost all the hashtags, because I create towards the end, you'll see the hashtags that I created: OBSBot, live streaming, how to, camera app, and PTZ. Now I will look through these and I'll say live video capture. That is a hashtag that I would like to use. Multi-camera setup, maybe that'll work. Live switching, yes, that works. Live switch streaming technology, probably not. That's pretty long hashtag right there. Video production tools, I like that one. You'll notice that it has live event streaming. It even doubles up on its own hashtags. So this bottom row here, I'm not seeing anything that I'm very interested in, so I'll knock all that out. Now my hashtags are at 22. So there's still some errant hashtags around here somewhere. And I see them right here. Second line. So let's go ahead and knock all of these out. Boom. We'll go like that. I do have some extra hashtags down here that I can even take out if I need to. Yeah, completely obliterate most of the hashtags there. So one of the other reasons why you really need to look at here, because once again, if you oversaturate your hashtags, and in that case, minus the hashtags I had in there, I think it was even over 15 hashtags, that would adversely affect my channel. All right, back over here. Let's continue on. Now, next thing it says is about Geekazine. Once again, I have this all down here. So I take out about Geekazine. So I'll take this out. I'll take out the merchandise. Follow me on socials. Visit our website. I might do that. Keep that geek out and stream on because that's a tagline of mine. Now, next thing is the chapters. We're not going to go through all the chapter points at this point, but I will definitely go through these chapters because I think that what we have like 20 different chapters here. That might be a little bit too much. I might pare it down for setting up on an iOS, setting up on Android, setting it up on the Amazon Fire. So I'll go through those and I'll do that a little bit later, not online. Finally, we have all the hashtags that we have. Now that I put in, and then of course those extra ones that I liked, we'll hit here and we'll see we're now at 17 hashtags. So I need to still get rid of at least 5 of them.
30 seconds later, poof.
We're at 13. That's a good number. I'm good with that. It stays under the limit and we're good to go. Now, I have this set up with the description, with the information that I need to have, and I'm really happy about that. So now the next thing is to go back and do the same thing with the tags. There's the tags. We can re-optimize and go from there. Thumbnail. This is the next part. They just revamped the thumbnail, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but we're going to generate thumbnail visuals. So we're going to hit this, and it's going to say, hey, we're understanding the channel thumbnail guidelines. We're inspecting video for visual highlights and identifying striking thumbnail candidates. There we go. So now, as you notice, it is pretty much AI driven when it comes to thumbnails. So like, for instance, these two right here, you can kind of see Geekazine's logo right there, which is pretty cool. And, but it really doesn't show the OBSBot tail. It doesn't show the app. You have this one right here, which is kind of nice. And then this one. So it's got somewhat of a representation, but not really. We can thumbs up, thumbs down it. We can turn the captions on or off in the thumbnail. So let's generate a couple more thumbnails here, and it's going to take a minute. While we're waiting, what would you like to see for a title for this video? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so now we have a few more items here. Now the title is completely gone in these AI created images. Once again, I'm not going to use them because it really doesn't show the app. It really doesn't show me. It really doesn't show the camera that we're using. It's an interpretation. So these are nice, and maybe there'll be a time where I can really use one of these thumbnails, but doesn't work for me. I'd love to have something where my face gets put in here, where I can say, this is the product, here's the picture of the product, incorporate it that way. But AI really hasn't gotten to that point yet. And of course, there's those fears that if you say, okay, if you can redraw me, then all of a sudden you can deep fake me into whatever you want it to do. And I totally get that. So that's why AI is not at that point just yet. So these thumbnails, once again, I'm probably not going to use them. I'll probably use them for the for Taja.ai and the video that I'm doing right now. Let me know in the comments below which one you would like to see. But let's go ahead and move from there. So we've created thumbnails. We'll create more if we want to. Now here is where you can sync to YouTube and then change the privacy from there. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. So I'll copy over and then I'll make everything nice and prim and proper. So we'll go, and on the bottom here, you can't see it here, but yeah, on the bottom here, this little purple bar, it says next step, generate shorts. So let's go ahead and generate the shorts. So what this does, if you have any type of AI software that actually does this, then you get the idea. So it's now scanning the video and it's analyzing what would make a good short and how can we place it in there together. Ever growing. You can do very limited editing, but you can definitely put captions in or take them out or move them around. That's a good thing right there. But in the long term, when I start to do shorts, I want my shorts to look a little bit more professionally done. And that's usually cutting out a little bit of the text so I can get the right message sent through there. Because one of the things is that they don't let you cut the middle. So if I say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, I couldn't cut out picked a peck. So I could say, Peter Piper pickled peppers. Because sometimes you don't need that in-between part, especially if it's somebody like me who rambles a lot. You can then get rid of that. This is going to take a minute from the looks of it, because once again, it's going through the whole video and then it's figuring out what the video needs. So we're going to give it that full minute.
Let's go get a drink.
So this is all the shorts that are generated here. With a 95% score, it gives me a short. And by the way, this part's done. I can save this right now. Minus the chapters, I can save this right now. So that part's done. Now it's talking about helping you create content that you can put into YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels, or whatever. And the best part about this is it creates, like I said, it only chops, but you can't do too much with this. But it will chop, and then it'll give you a video that you end up putting up on TikTok, you end up putting up on Reels. And because of that, because most people, what they'll do is they'll put it up on TikTok and then they'll move it over to Reels. They'll move it over to YouTube Shorts, and that TikTok logo will be sitting there. With this, that's not there. So I like that idea a lot. So here's what we've got. We've got a few, and sometimes they go over a minute because, you know, sometimes they go under a minute too. This one's 25 seconds, which is okay. But there's a couple that might go over the limit, and it looks like it's still trying to figure out other ideas here. Now you can say, hey, this is a great one, I love it. And you can say, hey, no, I don't like this too much. Don't know yet. So, but this one has, oh, that's interesting. This one has a score of 96. This one has 95. I'm guessing if I refresh this page, it will move the 96 up to 95. But we'll do this first one just really quick. So basically it says 3-camera live stream hack, hashtag shorts, hashtag tech. Interesting. That would be an interesting short. I don't know if you can hear this. I don't have this. I don't know if this is set up for the audio, but let's play this and hear it. Oh, now it's kind of frozen a little bit. Could I still connect to all 3 cameras and still have live stream? Now, good question. If your phone connects up via 5G, you should be able to connect up to the cameras via Bluetooth, set them up. I believe, what happens is you make one of the cameras the host of the other 2 cameras. So you set up a Wi-Fi username, password, and then connect them all 3 together, if I remember correct. I've been doing this with a couple different camera brands, so I believe that's how that works. And then when you stream it, you might, if you don't have to pair it up, they'll connect up to each other, and then you'll see them in here. So that's what the Bluetooth is for, is to find the cameras. You got to stay relatively close to the cameras when you're doing this. All right. So as you heard, it was a pretty stumbly thing because I was doing it live and I didn't do any post editing to it. So with this video, there's going to be some post editing, and I'll take out some of the ums and ahs. But with that, you heard a lot of stumbles and a lot of things that I could have just taken out. We can go in here and we can edit this thing. So let's see what the editing options are. We're going to start with Stream Like a Pro. Shows the captions. We can turn off the captions. You see the captions are gone. The captions are back. We can change this to short, but there's no cut in between. So we can shorten it and we can make it longer to the point of that video clip. We can't make it longer from that video clip. So all this does is this will take the captions out. So we can go to a certain point and say, I want to start it. So you set up a Wi-Fi username. We can then bring that over and there we are. So you want to set up a Wi-Fi username. That'll start there. But as you can see, there's no editing of this stuff. You can take out the captions. You can take out the title. You can change the title. But that's it. We've got the captions. Let's go over to the design. How do we want the text? Right now it's karaoke style. We got Hormonzi style. We got Ali. We got Beast. We got Noah, Luke, Hormonzi 3, David, William, default. We can change the color. We can change the size, as you can see, and we can put a shadow into there. You'll also notice that it doesn't turn off after a while. You can't set the duration of the title. So I might just take that out there, show caption. We'll go over to design. And now,
could I still
there we go.
To all 3 cameras and still have a live stream? Now, good question.
There we are. So as you can see, I can move that out. So that means that I can probably put in the title, bring the title back, and then come over to design. Does not look like I can do that. But we can come back over here and then take this. I'm trying to move this up, but it keeps starting it back up. And there we go. We'll bring it up to the top. So now we'll come back here. And as you can see, that gets put in there. We'll go back to design and we'll go back to karaoke. And we'll do that. There we go. We got karaoke. We can do Ali. We can do Beast. We can change the size of that to make it smaller. All right, let's take a look at B-roll. So we can have it create AI images of B-roll. So now, if we do this, I believe, there we go. That's one of the AI images. I don't know what that has to do with my video, but hey, we're going to take off the B-roll most likely. If you want to put B-roll in, find the word that you want. So in this case, Bluetooth. You can scroll down to Bluetooth and we'll say add B-roll right here. We can add a video, we can add an image, and we can look through some of the B-roll. And then we can also have my video library, so I can actually put a whole bunch of upload a whole bunch of B-roll into there if I wanted to. There we go. Yeah, there it is right there. So now if we get to where it said Bluetooth, where it goes, we'll just connect up to cameras, I think. There's the Bluetooth, yeah, there. So you can see that's how that works. Is it a feature that I'd want to use? Probably not unless I have my own B-roll to put in there, because that looked very generic. It really had nothing to do with the short. But like for instance, if I said something and wanted to be a little bit off the cuff and show like I don't know, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I wanted to show like a butt. If I say but and then all of a sudden I show a butt, then yeah, maybe that would work from there. But from here, it didn't really work the way that I wanted it to. So I'll probably leave the B-roll off. You can definitely experiment with it and see how it works. So the bottom line is that's all the editing that you can do. You cannot do any cut and paste. You cannot say, okay, I want to take out this. So if you set up a Wi-Fi username, password, and then connect to all 3 together, or if I remember correct, definitely if I wanted to get rid of this, I couldn't get rid of it. I just highlighted it because that's the web page and lets me do that. But I can't cut it out. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. So that is basically the editor. And then when you're done, you can go to the dashboard. Once you have it all put up and set up and go from there, you're going to see it here. It's completed. It's giving you all the options to do what you need to do. Now it's going to watch it. Let's see. We'll go with this one. It says growth stats ready. We'll hit growth stats. It's going to pull up my analytics data. It's telling me what happened with this video, how it grew, and it's got some tips. It says that average percentage viewed is low. Based on the video, we suggest a more captivating introduction. Your click-through rate is 10%. You want to add to that. You want to change your likes up to 4%. Look at the thumbnail. So it's giving you some ideas on how to fix that. It's watching and it's saying views per hour. It's giving you comments and likes and all that other good stuff. And then I'll also showing you some suggestions. It shows me the numbers and all that other good stuff. These are all the videos that I've done so far. And a couple of them are not mine. I just wanted to see how they would look and how they would play. There you go. That is Taja. Now, my thoughts on Taja. It's a great reference point. Gives you a lot of text. I use 60 to 70% of that text, especially with emojis. Emojis, it's great on emojis. A lot of the text is kind of weird and errant. I stopped by in an interview video, but I didn't stop by this video because I'm here already, because this is an explainer video. Looking at the other videos and the other hashtags and then incorporating it in this one, that's a problem. It's going over that hashtag limit, which is really concerning. And there are a few other quirks that is going on with Taja. Overall, it does the job. It gives you content. If you understand how YouTube works and what they're requiring, then this is definitely a good tool to help you build your YouTube channel, especially if you put absolutely no description in your YouTube videos, because now you're putting meat on the bone for YouTube to scrape and be able to suggest your videos a little bit better. I would still go and filter through all those tags and see what's relevant. You have 500 characters, and you want to have that first tag to be the information on the video. In this case, is Taja worth it? That would be a good first tag. So these are things that you want to consider when you go ahead and use a program like this, Taja. What do you think? What do you use AI-wise to make your YouTube videos? Let me know in the comments below over at Geekazine.com, youtube.com/Geekazine, where you can like, subscribe, comment, bell notification, so you know when the next video comes out. And even check out this video and see what information was added to this. And then, of course, go over to the merch page and check out all the t-shirts that you can get. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for listening. Till next time, you guys geek out and AI on with Taja.